Hello everyone and welcome back to the Koala Kraft in the Beast server. I am glad you could all join me today. Basically, I'm going to talk more about future plans for the channel because testing is just around the corner for me, and once that's done, I'm finally going to be freed of this ridiculous schedule I currently have. These past 2 or 3 months have just been really hard for me, and I've been doing... Well, I can't... Okay, there we go. Now I can pick these up. I couldn't pick them up earlier, but now I can. So I'm gonna go put these in a chest really quickly so they're not in my way. My schedule's been a little ridiculous for the past 2 or 3 months, if you can't tell by the content shortage, but that's okay. Because like I said, in the very near future, I'm going to be freed of my schedule, and I will be able to seriously commit the time I want to commit to YouTube. And with that, I have a really cool new series coming up called Koala Fantasy, which I'm really excited for. What Koala Fantasy is, it's tough to describe, but essentially, I'm lagging out so bad because it's not dropping any blocks. Am I going to disconnect? Is the question. Also, I punched those holes in the roof so that there would be light. Yeah, I'm going to get disconnected. Dang it. So anyway, like I was saying, Koala Fantasy is basically going to be a modded single-player series, but it's story-driven. I really don't want to go too much into it and spoil anything, but I want you guys to know that's a thing that exists, and I am really excited. It will be... I estimate it will be about 2 or 3 weeks until the pilot episode of that goes up, and then I'll go from there. So like I said, it's going to be a combination of Let's Play and storyline. I think it'll make a lot more sense once I actually start doing it. So I hope you guys are excited for that, because I'm definitely excited to make it. Excited to see what your guys' reactions are to the series. In fan server news, I tried the other night to update it to 1.5.2, but sadly it broke everything, so I had to revert it back to 1.5.1, and sadly, because of my aforementioned crazy schedule, I really don't have the 5 or 6 hours I need to sit down and fiddle with it, and I won't until after next week. So I apologize that the fan server is going to take a little while to update. If you did update your Minecraft and you don't know how to downgrade, go look up a thing called Multi-MC. Multi-MC is like a little interface that lets you manage multiple versions of Minecraft, and it will actually let you select which version of Minecraft you want a jar to be. So if you do not currently have a 1.5.1 copy of Minecraft and you would still like to get on the server, the fan server at play.koalakraft.com, you can go ahead and get Multi-MC, and that will hook you up and let you have a version of Minecraft that is 1.5.1, so you can go ahead and jump on the server. And actually, I believe if you have the development launcher from Mojang, I think that lets you select older versions as well. Don't quote me on that, I haven't played with it too much. So if you do have the development version of the launcher, you might want to look back and see whether or not you can just get 1.5.1 directly from there. But otherwise, just use Multi-MC. It's a great program, and it will get you on the fan server, I swear. I promise by my koala. That's what this is called, right? This koala. It's a pun off of claw, if you didn't get it. But anyway, yeah. So in vanilla Koala Kraft news, I put up a video the other day. You can just look back on the videos tab on my channel to go find it. On getting a community mob farm project going. Jan Halsima, or Sama, dang it. I still can't say it right, even though he told me. He suggested that I do a community project for the mob farm, and I thought that was a great idea because I felt like the first community project went really well, and you guys gave some cool ideas and suggestions that led to a pretty cool steak and leather farm, I think. So, like I said, you can, just like the other video, I just have a short couple-minute video that kind of shows what I was thinking and gives you some ideas for how things might work. And other than that, you're completely free to go ahead and come up with anything you want. And you can just leave either a video response or a comment in the community project video for the mob farm on what ideas you might have, because I definitely couldn't have come up with that awesome cow farm without your guys' help. There's some pretty neat things on it that I might not have really thought of on my own. Okay, so now in Feed the Beast news, this thing's happening. If you guys didn't know, I'm digging out the basement right now for the Applied Energistics Factory, which is going to be pretty cool. I've been thinking of some design ideas for the data storage room and such, so I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a really big project getting all of the recipes I need together for this, but I think it'll be really cool and worth it in the end. And I have a massive factory that can produce anything ever. And that also brings me to the point that us Koala Crafters have been talking, and just playing Feed the Beast is kind of getting boring, because we can build a automatic factory so many times before we get tired of it. That does not mean Feed the Beast is going away in any way, shape, or form. However, you should be expecting more co-op type stuff in the future, where we're not necessarily doing something productive. We're just doing things for the lulz, if it makes sense. Like, I don't know, maybe we might have a basketball tournament with super gravity guns, or I don't know, maybe we'll have a thermonuclear war. Probably not, because that would destroy everything ever. But you get the point. So basically, you should expect this summer to see a bunch of cool, not necessarily tutorial factory, let's get things going type of videos, but just some videos in general with some other people doing some other neat things. And I really have no idea how far down I want this to go. I think it's pretty dang far right now, but you can never have enough basement space. This is something I have learned in life. More basement is always best basement. Okay, and now it is theater story time, because it is not a digging episode without me having some sort of cheesy theater story about crazy people and silly things, because, you know, it would be rude of me to expect you to sit here and just watch me dig for, you know, not being rewarded with a theater story. Okay, well, first off, I think the Enderman is going to get his face blown off because he's a jerk. There we go. What are you doing? Jerk face? Come on. Can't escape, won't escape. Okay, so if I stand in the rain, he can't get me. Are you back? Okay. Anyway, and my inventory's full again. Excellent. Okay, so basically, the theater is showing a Bollywood movie right now. Lucky D, I believe it is called. And, so, as such, there's tons and tons and tons of, like, real Indians coming through. And I say real Indians because they're not like the Americanized Indians. They're like the Indians who, like, are still Indian. I hope that makes sense. Like, you know how, like, just because you're blood German doesn't mean you're, like, German. Like, if you lived in America your whole life, you're really American, you're not really German. So, but these were, like, real Indians. And I want to specify what I'm about to say about things. That the friend I've had for the longest time is Indian, and I've known him since kindergarten. So everything I'm about to say is completely accurate and approved by him, because he and I had this discussion, and he agreed that all of my assessments were true. So it's not racist, it's the truth. Even the Indians think so. So basically, I have discovered Indians are the most indecisive people in the world, probably. So basically what would happen was someone would walk up and they would be like, I would like 7 of these small popcorns. And so I'd get them 7 small popcorns. And they'd be like, oh no, I'd like 3 large of the popcorns instead. So I'd dump out the 6 small popcorns and get them 3 of the large popcorns. And they'd be like, no, I think I would rather have 5 medium popcorns. And so I cannot tell you how long it takes to go through an order for an Indian. Like, they just keep changing their mind constantly. And, you know, it's not too bad, except the funny thing was the guy, one time there was a guy behind them who was like, he was like the stereotypical racist guy, like, you know, like old Southern man, and he walks up to the counter and he's like, them dang Indians that ruined this thing for everyone else, you need to just kick them all out of the theater. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm glad to know that you're racist, but I can't just kick people out of the theater based on their race. Sorry that this is not back in the good old days when slaves were okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, that was interesting, and that was not the only situation I had a run-in with. And quick commercial break for stuff drop-off. Oh, hey, look, there's this fancy cavern down here. Oh, it's actually not that big, sad face. I thought I was just going to have like a mini adventure all of a sudden, but apparently I'm not cool enough for a mini adventure. Okay, so the second guy, he walks up to me and he's like, what Indian movie are you showing right now? And I'm like, what do you mean, what Indian movie are we showing? And he's like, you have a Indian infestation. This place is just crawling with the things. You have to be showing something that brought them all here. And I was like, oh, well, we're showing this Bollywood movie called Luck of the D. And the guy's like, oh yeah, that would have brought them out of their caves. And he just like walks away. And I was like, lol, what just happened? And my manager was standing next to me. And she was like, what did the guy want? And I was like, oh, he was asking what Indian movie was showing. And she's like, why did he ask what Indian movie was showing? I'm like, oh, because he said that we were infected with Indians. And my manager had like a hysterical laughing breakdown because she thought it was the funniest thing in the world that the man was so overly racist and hating towards Indians. Oh, good times. Good times. Okay. So, I'm sorry for this impromptu episode. Originally, I was going to post a round of Dota today, but for whatever reason, my audio came out like garbage, and I would not assail your ears with such treachery. So, instead, you're getting a Feed the Beast chatty. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and again, I really feel bad that the quality and quantity of my episodes have dropped lately, but I promise I'll make it up to you guys very soon, especially with Koala Fantasy. I feel like you guys are really going to enjoy that. And I hope to see you guys all in the very near future, and I hope that school has not eaten my face off by then. So until then, two tails.